We are switching gears a little bit today. We have put a pause on our solar, mainly because we are missing a couple parts.
Always missing stuff.
So solar is a little bit of a break right now. We'll hopefully have it set up by Friday, Monday, next week, 2 weeks. Who knows? We'll see.
Sometime.
Hopefully soon.
You know how it goes. When you got a school bus, shit takes a while.
Anyways, so we are going to be working on that today. We'll take you guys along. We'll show you what we did wrong with our stove hookup and what the correct way, well, we think it's the correct way. It's the way that we've seen other people do it and what our manual says to do. So we'll show you guys what we're doing to fix it. I'll show you the table that I am making. It's like a farmhouse rustic table, which should be pretty easy. I'm excited for that. We'll have a nice table to sit at and eat at, because here at our current place we don't have anywhere to eat, so that will be very nice. So we'll take you guys along. We'll show you what we're doing. We've got our manual. This is the correct way to do it. So you want to have black iron steel piping, or piping that is meant for natural gas, LP gas. So we got 2 of those. We got this, which is the correct connector for our stove, I believe, which ours said it needs to have a minimum of 3 feet. We got this is for our sediment. It's going to be below. We got a T to be able to connect. This is the sediment. The piping's going to come into here. The sediment piping's going to go down there. And then this is going to come out. That's connected to our propane line. Elbow, 2 shut-off valves. So this is going to be outside, connected to the propane. So we can turn the propane off to be able to switch the tanks if we need to. And this is going to be inside. So for some reason, if we need to turn off the propane, we can. We got this bad boy. This is the cap that goes underneath there. And then we also have a nipple which connects the elbow, I believe, to the shut off. Oh, and we have this, which is the gas scoop stuff that you put on to protect.
Seal it up.
Okay, so I'll show you guys our drawing. Don't judge it. But this is kind of essentially what we're going to be doing. This is like the bus floor here, and this is the outside bus that comes down the outside wall. This is where the piping will come up through. It will hook into this right here, and then that will be the tubing that goes into the actual stove. This will come down. There'll be a T. The piping comes out. And this is our sediment trap down here. The piping will come out. There'll be an elbow. We'll have another connector, a nipple, and then it'll have a shutoff valve, an adapter, the regulator, and then the line for the propane and the propane tank. While Fish is outside unhooking the line, I'm going to start connecting some of the pieces, so it'll just make it easier when he's outside.
I'm coming in.
He's here.
Time to do some crazy maneuvers.
Yeah, good luck on that tiny space.
Yeah.
So we got a 1/2 inch shutoff valve, and I'm just dry fitting them right now.
Poor citronella, I don't think it's gonna survive.
I know! I saw a little bit of green and I was like, Maybe, so I gave it some water, but I think it's too cold.
Yeah.
Alright, so this will be like this. This goes into this, like so. So that goes in there like that, and then this goes into our stove. And this right here, it's not a choke valve, but it's kind of like one, so if something was to happen, so say there's like a leak somewhere, it won't just let out a whole bunch of propane. It'll stop it, which is good. There's that part, and then we'll connect the bottom part that he just needs to connect out. Okay, that guy goes like that. This guy goes like that. This is the sediment trap, so anything that may be in the gas line will get falls down. So then we just get clean, beautiful propane. And this guy goes like this and goes out to regulator and the turn off switch and the propane tank. Yeah! Putting it together. Putting it together. Yeah!
Removing all the jerry-rigged propane fittings that we used before.
Which is why we had leaks.
We had all these pieces together that made it work, but they weren't the right ones.
We had such a deadline
Yeah.
that we didn't even really care at that point. We kind of were just like...
This is not what you should use. Do not use these pieces.
Yeah.
We had gas leaks, but
Yeah.
luckily we didn't blow up.
We didn't blow up. Which do not follow our lead.
Propane line that was literally directly from the tank to the oven.
Like I said, we were in such a rush to get it done and to get in the bus and just camping it for our wedding that we didn't necessarily care too much because we were just camping in it for a couple nights. But now that we're actually moving into the bus and we're going to be living in here full time, it needs to be safe. And like I said, we have the wood stove. It needs to be safe. So we're redoing it. We're doing it the correct way. We should have done it the first time, but you learn. You live and you learn.
Let's kind of dry fit the other pieces first, and then
Okay.
we'll goop everything all at once. So we know that's going in there. This is going in there.
So let me make sure this pipe fits through my hole. That's important.
We have hooked up the stove and we did all the piping for it, which is great. Now sitting here, we don't smell propane and the gas is on. So that's good. Before we officially test the propane, which with that, we're just doing a spray bottle. There's water and soap in here. You spray it on there. If you see bubbles, then you have leaks. He did it outside and he didn't see any leaks. So we just gotta check inside and then we should be good to go and be safe. So I got this stain. We'll see how it turns out. I'm normally a light wood everything, but I'm starting to realize in the bus that things are just becoming too light. So I'm wanting to bring a little bit of darkness to kind of have a little bit of contrast. Alright guys, she is done. in all of her glory. She's stained. She's gonna look nice. Real nice. We'll put a poly coat over top of her. And then we have a area in the back here that we'll put the stand, the dinette stand. And there's our table.